Hello everyone, welcome to the video about how to update the M3i for DSi version 1.4.3. The new update is in a .nds format type file, and to download it you kind of have to get routed through a bunch of different websites from the M3adapter.com manufacturer's website. So we bundled the fix file in our current software package. So to get started on the update, we're going to go to download software, find the link for the M3i and click that to download it. Now I've already downloaded the software package, so we're just going to jump right to that. Now the next step we want to do is prepare the microSD card. We always recommend that you reformat the card before use or between firmware updates. So if you have any personal files like game backup files or media or homebrew, we recommend you back that up as they will get wiped. The microSD card is already inserted into the computer, so we're just going to load up our favorite reformat program, Panasonic SD Formatter. This program works really well to make sure all your data structures are the way they should be. So just leave everything as is and hit format. And sometimes the flashing process can be finicky. For some reason it seems to have a preference for microSD cards 4 gigs or higher. Okay. MicroSD card is prepared, and we're just going to unzip the package. I'm using WinRAR here, but you can use your own unzip program like WinZip or Stuffit Expander for Mac. I'm just going to click Extract to. Desktop is fine. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to take all these files and drag them to the microSD card. Now this fcore.dat file here, this is used only to flash the M3i for a new firmware when it comes from the manufacturer. Here at dscarworld.com we perform this process for you, so unless you need to completely rework your M3i from the ground up, you don't need this file, but for the next part of this video we're going to show you that process, so we're just going to include it with everything. Okay, we're going to send that over. Okay, so as you can see, the file for the update process is included, M3G updater plus 143.nds. Okay, we're going to go on to the next part of this video where we show you what to do with these files, so we'll see you in a second. Welcome to part 2 of this video. We now have the microSD card successfully set up with the M3 Sacros menu software, the fcore.dat flashing file, and the DSi version 1.4.3.nds update file. So we're showing this update process from scratch, but if your M3i already has firmware on it, then you can skip to later on in this video. Okay. So as it comes from the manufacturer, the M3i is blank, so you have to apply firmware to it via the USB method. And all you need is a powered USB port. It doesn't really need to load anything special other than the fcore file. So we're going to insert into the slot. Make sure it's firmly in there. And make sure the arrow here matches up with the arrow on the card, and the gold contacts are facing toward the back of the card as shown. Okay, so we're just going to pop this in. And the red light should come on and start blinking. While it's blinking, it is writing memory. And the M3i is fairly resilient in terms of the firmware, more so than other cards. Unless something's seriously wrong, then you can usually force reflash firmware to it with this same method. I'm not going to speed up the video here, just to give you an idea how long it takes. Okay, your M3i should now have firmware on it and should be ready to load. Okay, so you can see it's showing up as Chess Masters. I'm just gonna click that. Put into the software. Select the language, and then there's the update file. I'm gonna click that. And oh, there it is. Follow the on-screen instructions, hit start to continue, start to go. And we'll go through this whole process. Of course, you want to make sure your DS console battery life is decent, because you definitely don't want to interrupt this process, because you could permanently damage your M3i 0. Okay, there you go. Process should be finished. Let's turn this off, turn it back on. Okay, so you can see the game has changed to Darasu. So I'm gonna click that, make sure it loads fine. Alright, excellent. Go through the whole process again. That's alright. We know it loads now. And we're just going to show you that it does actually load on the DSi version 1.4.3. Okay. So you can see there it's version 1.4.3U. The final letter does not change the compatibility, just indicates the region code, which our DS cards, of course, ignore those restrictions. Go back to the DSi menu. Alright, and load into the M3 Sakurai menu again. There you go. Loads perfectly on DSi version 1.4.3. It was a bit of a wait for you, but now you can safely get into the M3 menu and start playing your homebrew apps and legally purchased retail games backup files again. Thank you for joining us. You can purchase pre-flashed and ready to go M3i Zeros at our store, dscardworld.com.